All right, fifth graders, this is going to be our opinion writing lesson one. So, yesterday you read an article about what makes a good opinion writing, and you let me know your top three choices for an opinion essay that you want to write about. So, I'm going to dive in a little bit deeper today, and we're going to talk about some things, and then you are going to have a writing assignment for today. So, first things first, what makes a good opinion writing? Well, I want you to think of all that we've learned in narrative writing and informational writing. We need to make sure we have good craft, that we use 5 paragraphs, our intro, our 3 body paragraphs, and our conclusion. So, a lot of that applies to opinion writing too. But one thing that's going to be kind of new is we need to have a clear claim. So, we need to think of our opinion on whatever it is that we're talking about. So, for example, if I was writing about should chocolate milk be served in school or not, I need to decide should chocolate milk be served in school or should it not? Well, I don't think that chocolate milk should be served in school, so I need to make sure I make a claim to my reader, letting them know I do not think that chocolate milk should be served in schools. That is a clear claim. Then I need to support evidence to support that claim. So, some evidence could be some statistics, some examples, something from a professional that kind of supports my claim. It's kind of like when we use evidence for reading. We need to have evidence to support why we think that way. And then we need to have some reasoning. So, here are some reasons why I think this way. And I want you to think about that as SIR, CER. So, if I tell you to use SIR in your opinion writing, that's what I mean. I want to see your clear claim, your evidence to support your claim, and your reasoning. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to get out a lined piece of paper, and you can either jot down this on your lined piece of paper or you can make a bubble map. So I'm going to show you an example. So whatever one you decide to use, if you want to do bubble map, you can. Make sure you put opinion writing in the middle. And then if you use a lined piece of paper, make sure you put opinion writing at the top. So this can either go into your writing journal that I had you take home, or you can do it on a separate piece of paper. But you are going to take notes today. So please pause this video if you need to and get that out and ready. So what we're going to do is that we're going to look at some mentor texts. And mentor texts are examples of opinion writing. We're going to look at a debate, an opinion about whether chocolate milk should be served in school or not. So we're going to read 2 articles. I'm going to read them out loud to you, and then you're also going to get a chance to look at them yourself. So the first one that we're going to read is chocolate milk, more harmful than helpful. And the other one, nutrition in disguise. So right off the bat, I want you to think, which one do you think is in support of serving chocolate milk and which one do you think is not in support of serving chocolate milk? Well, if it was me, I can kind of think that chocolate milk more harmful than helpful. I would assume that this author does not think that chocolate milk should be served in school. And then nutrition in disguise. Sounds like they're saying, well, it's nutritious, but people think it's not nutritious, so it's kind of in disguise. So I think this person, this author of this article, they probably want chocolate milk to be served in school. So as I'm reading these to you, I want you to ask yourself, what makes this a good opinion essay? What is the author doing? And I want you to jot those down on that lined piece of paper or that bubble map as we're going along. And then I'll show you my example at the very end. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to read Chocolate Milk, More Harmful Than Helpful by Jonathan Smith. Schools around the world serve chocolate milk, and kids love it. On a recent Australian newscast, investigative reporter Chloe Baker interviewed children about chocolate milk. The only time I get chocolate milk is when I go to school only, one youngster told Miss Baker as her friends nodded. In fact, many children only get to have chocolate milk at school, but they get to drink a lot of it there. Some children consume as many as 10 or even 15 cartons of chocolate milk in a week at school. Baker noted that it's an out of control problem. Chocolate milk has a sky-high sugar content. One tiny carton of chocolate milk has approximately 30 grams of sugar. That is more than a can of soda, and you wouldn't see schools giving kids Coke. In fact, according to the Coca-Cola Company, A mini can, which contains 7.5 fluid ounces of soda, has only 25 grams of sugar. Thus, a small container of chocolate milk has approximately 20% more sugar than soda. Jamie Oliver, a food lover and activist, has been leading a campaign against chocolate milk in schools. According to his website, when kids drink chocolate and strawberry milk every day at school, they're getting nearly 2 gallons of extra sugar each year. That's really bad for their health. In an episode of his television show, Food Revolution, Oliver filled a school bus with 57 tons of sand, representing the amount of sugar American children consume in 1 week just from drinking chocolate milk. Ann Cooper, the head of nutrition services for the Boulder Valley School District in Louisville, Colorado, also champions the cause to ban chocolate milk from schools. Chocolate milk is soda, dressed up, stated the self-proclaimed renegade lunch lady. It works as a treat in homes, but it doesn't belong in schools. Thanks to their relentless efforts and highly publicized stunts, these champions of nutrition have caught the public's eyes. People are standing up and taking notice, especially as obesity remains a growing problem in the United States. John Deasy, the superintendent of the Los Angeles Public Schools, announced that chocolate and strawberry milk would be banned from LA schools. The Queensland Health Minister also stated that he would take the matter under advisement as they pay attention to what Jamie Oliver does. So, what should kids drink in school? Daniel Martin, director of Jamie's Ministry of Food, an organization started by Oliver in the UK, says children need plain milk. Plain milk also contains vitamins children need, such as vitamin D. Parents agree with Martin, stating that children would be more likely to choose plain milk over chocolate, if not given the choice. So, this person, you can see they used a lot of, according to this professional, there's another one here. In fact, according to the Coca-Cola company, so they're using a lot of what professionals say to say chocolate milk should not be served in school. So this is a good, strong opinion piece. Now we're going to take a look at nutrition in disguise. And this person wants chocolate milk to be served in school. So it's the opposite side of the argument. If you secretly love chocolate milk, you're in for some happy news. Recently, the Midwest Dairy Association released an infomercial that argues chocolate milk is, according to nutritionist Melissa Dobbins, nutrition in disguise. In the infomercial, Ms. Dobbins, who introduced herself as a nutritionist for the Dairy Association and a mom, brings along 3 young friends to help her demonstrate that chocolate milk is a healthy part of a young person's diet. As Ms. Dobbin puts it, the fact is that chocolate and other flavored milks have the same 9 essential nutrients as white milk, and a small amount of added sugar compared to the other beverages. Best of all, because they love the taste, some kids drink more milk when it's flavored. You only have to watch kids in the lunch line to see the truth of what Miss Dobbins says. Given a choice, almost any child will choose chocolate milk over white. We serve 6 or 7 cartons of chocolate for each one of white milk at lunch, says Mrs. Rowley, a server in a local elementary school cafeteria. In fact, it's pretty much only with breakfast cereal that any kid would choose white milk. What's the attraction of chocolate milk? Well, if you haven't had any for a while, give it a try. You'll have to admit that the creamy, smooth, chocolatey taste is truly delicious. But is it good for you? Miss Dobbins says, yes. Research shows that children who drink flavored milk meet more of their nutrient needs, do not consume more added sugar, fat, and calories, and are not heavier than non-milk drinkers, says Ms. Dobbins. Ms. Dobbins' explanation is supported by her analysis of the nutrition information in other flavored drinks. Joined by a trio of healthy young girls, hair gleaming and teeth shining, Ms. Dobbins analyzed the contents of a sports drink, a cola, and a chocolate milk. Here's what she finds. In the sports drink, there are 14 grams total carbohydrates. This amount clearly concerns Ms. Dobbins, and her anxiety is infectious. That means there is about 3.5 added teaspoons of added sugar per serving. But if you drink the whole bottle, it's 7 teaspoons of added sugar, explains the Midwest Dairy Council nutritionist. Next, Ms. Dobbin looks at the cola. Same story. Her young friend shows that there are 39 grams total carbohydrates. That, Miss Dobbin explains, equals about 9 teaspoons of added sugar. Clearly, sports drinks and sodas are a bad choice for kids. Too many carbs, too much sugar. Chocolate milk, on the other hand, has 27 grams total carbohydrates, and according to Miss Dobbins, about 3 teaspoons of added sugar, much lower than the amount of sugar that is added to cola and sports drink. And chocolate milk, unlike the other flavored drinks, gives important nutrients, including protein, vitamin A, vitamin D, and calcium. We're convinced. Chocolate milk is tasty and nutritious. Chocolate milk provides the nutrients kids need for good health, and it has less than half the added sugar of cola. Chocolate milk also helps kids get the 3 daily servings of dairy recommended by dietary guidelines for Americans, sums up Miss Dobbins, handing bottles of chocolate milk to her young friends. We're next in line, Miss Dobbins. Bring on the nutrition in disguise. So this person is showing a nutritionist as their professional and saying, according to nutritionist Melissa Dobbins, and quoting her a lot in this article. So here's what I noticed about opinion writing. So opinion writing has a good lead, a call to action. They want chocolate milk to either not be served in school or they want it to be served in school. A call to action is saying, here's what you should do. Scholarly language, convincing tone and transitions. Clear reasons that support evidence and don't overlap. Both of these authors used clear reasons and supported evidence and that support the evidence, and they don't overlap. Acknowledges the other side of the argument, which is a counterclaim. Both of them did that, saying, well, the other side might say this, but here's what we think. Reasons are chunked into paragraphs. All their reasons were chunked into paragraphs. Conclusion restates the claim and reasons. Both of these didn't necessarily do that, but this is what we're going to do with our opinion writing. Our conclusion is going to restate our claim, and we're going to also restate our reasons that we gave. Statistics and examples. Both of these authors used a lot of statistics and examples. And clear evidence to support the reasons and claim. So yeah, they have their clear evidence, their clear reasons, and they don't overlap. So here's what you are going to do next. Your assignment is, you're going to look through those articles on your own and find 3 pieces of evidence for both sides of the argument. So you're going to find evidence for why chocolate milk should be served in school and why chocolate milk should not be served in school. So you're going to find a total of 6 pieces of evidence from both articles, 3 for each one. So you're going to look for what evidence does the author use for chocolate milk more harmful than helpful? And what evidence does the author use for nutrition in disguise? Record your answers on our class PowerPoint. And I'm just going to show you where you can find that. So you'll go to our learning menu for today where you found this video, and you're going to click here. Type in your answers in the class PowerPoint. Click here. And you're going to go and you're going to find your number slide. And you're going to edit it. So I'm going to show you my example. So I looked at the article Nutrition in Disguise, and here's one piece of evidence that they think that chocolate should be served in school. As Miss Dobbins puts it, the fact is that chocolate and other flavored milks have the same 9 essential nutrients as white milk and a small amount of added sugar compared to other beverages. So that is my evidence that I found for why chocolate should be served in school. Sorry, chocolate milk, why it should be served in school. And then I looked over at the other article, Chocolate Milk More Harmful Than Helpful. And it said some children consume as many as 10 or even 15 cartons of chocolate milk in a week at school. And that's a piece of evidence that they used to prove that why it shouldn't be served in school. So what I want you to do is find 2 more pieces of evidence, see if you can find maybe 2 more than that, and add them to your slides. So you're going to go down, find your number, put your name at the top, and write down those pieces of evidence. Now, what you can do is you can click where, see how these are blue? That's where you can find the articles. I'm also going to put them on our class on our other PowerPoint, our learning one for today. It's not there right now, but it will be by the time you watch this video. So if you want to just go straight there, you can right click this link and say open link. And as you see, it will take you straight to the article that you'll need. And you can copy and paste if you need to, or you can type it on your own. But what we're going to look for is good pieces of evidence, because tomorrow for your writing assignment, you will be doing your own research on your one topic that you have narrowed down. And then you will go ahead and start researching and writing down your research notes. So I want you to think as you're going along, what are some good pieces of evidence? And then before tomorrow, try and narrow down your 3 topics to 1 topic. All right, let me know if you have any questions or any concerns. If you need help with anything, I am here to help.